Photosynthesis is a process by which plants synthesize carbohydrates from raw materials such as carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. This is the equation for photosynthesis. The arrow symbolizes the sunlight that is given by the sun and the chlorophyll that is making the glucose and oxygen. Sunlight cannot be used in photosynthesis, so the chlorophyll changes this light energy into chemical molecules for the use of photosynthesis. Synthesis makes many types of carbohydrates, such as glucose, which is one of the main things that is made through photosynthesis. It is used for short-term energy. Also, it can be transferred into starch, which is a long-term energy storage in case the plant cannot photosynthesize in certain conditions. Also, the plant makes sucrose, which is used for fruit growth, root growth, and stem growth, which goes through the phloem tubes. These graphs above show the limiting factor in photosynthesis. Some examples of limiting factor are light intensity, carbon dioxide, and temperature. Light intensity and carbon dioxide have an optimum level, so the plant can have a max amount of each item. Whereas temperature, it can go at it's not optimum, it can go any rate, but at one point it will fall back down, like enzymes. The plant can handle a certain amount of sunlight because if there was a lot of sunlight towards the plant, it will shrivel up the plant, making a loss of water. Also, if there was too much carbon dioxide, it would be hard for the chlorophyll to take all of the carbon dioxide at once. That is why the stomata close and open. Also, because it prevents the loss of water. Above we can see that it is the diagram of the leaf structure. It contains a wax cuticle which protects the plant leaf, an upper epidermis, which is a top layer of leaf structure. In between the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis, there is the mesophyll layer. The mesophyll layer contains the palisade mesophyll and the spongy mesophyll. Palisade mesophyll contains long plant cells that are lined together with a lot of chloroplasts near the cell wall because that is where photosynthesis occurs the most. Whereas spongy mesophyll, it is the opposite. All the cells are randomly placed and there are many air spaces. Inside this spongy mesophyll are many vascular bundles. These vascular bundles contain xylem and phloem. The xylem carries water, whereas phloem carries sucrose or other substances, such as glucose, the byproduct of photosynthesis. Lastly, in the lower epidermis, there is the guard cell, which helps the stomata close and open. The stomata closes and opens in certain environments or conditions because it does not want to lose a lot of water. There are many adaptations in the leaves. For example, the leaf is supported by a stem and petiole. These structures help the leaf expose as much as sunlight and carbon dioxide. There is a large surface area, so a large amount of sunlight and the carbon dioxide can go through the leaf. And the leaf is very thin, so the sunlight can penetrate through easily, and there's easy diffusion between carbon dioxide and oxygen. There are many stomata in the lower epidermis, so the carbon dioxide can diffuse in and oxygen can diffuse out. There are many air spaces in the spongy layer, so the carbon dioxide and oxygen can diffuse to and from all cells. There are no chloroplasts in the epidermal cells because it allows light to penetrate through the mesophyll layer only. The palisade cells are arranged like a fence, so they can keep cell walls in between the light and chloroplasts. Chloroplasts inside the palisade layer are often arranged broadside direction, so they can expose as much of chlorophyll to the sunlight as possible. This is also similar to another adaptation. This adaptation is that chlorophyll is arranged on a flat membrane inside the chloroplast. Xylem is within a short distance of the mesophyll cells, so it can supply water to the leaf and leave some for the photosynthesis. Also, phloem is similar to the xylem because it's also short distance, but the function is different. It helps take away sucrose and other organic products such as glucose through the cell. Two important minerals for plants are nitrogen and magnesium. However, the plant cannot take the raw element, so they take different forms of the same element. For example, for nitrogen, it takes nitrate and ammonium, and for magnesium, it takes magnesium ion, Mg2+. Nitrogen, or nitrate or ammonium, help make amino acids, which form proteins, whereas magnesium helps make chlorophyll. Without nitrogen, the plant becomes weak in growth and it begins to form yellow leaves, such as above. And for magnesium, the stem becomes yellow between the veins of the leaves.